I love it. Whoa, focusing on too many things. Kia ora and welcome back. My name's Zoe Stebe, your vocal coach for today, and I am back with Desert Rose from the fantastic Faouzia. This reaction has been requested by Ahmad and Juan H. Thank you so much for suggesting that I take a look. Okay, she's not playing the piano for this one. That's a shame, but she looks beautiful. So we have to have a look at that first scale, that melisma that she just sang, and that is created with her voice exactly the same way as she creates it in other songs. But Arabic music uses different rules to Western music. So she's using those Arabic scales in order to go down. What she just sang, though, was not so distant from her Western musical roots. You just all need to go away and practice your scales, because that is the only way that you can get better at singing scales, is by singing a bunch of them. She did sing in Arabic for a little bit there. I did not look up what it meant because for me that was not the most important thing. It was about how you can recreate those sounds. In Arabic, there are a lot of back glottals and a lot of this sound. What's actually happening there is that's the vocal folds closing. And I'm not an Arabic expert. I've only discussed this with my Arabic singing friends. What she's doing to create those sounds is slightly tightening at the back of her tongue. And that way you can get that slightly darker timbre on the sound, but there's nothing out of the ordinary that English speakers couldn't sing as well. That was a perfect example, actually, because you can really see like her throat and her larynx as she's doing that. And they're like, hello. And look at mine. Hello. Hello. So what I'm doing there is I'm lifting my larynx and then chucking it back. Do you remember, when you're kids and you go, hey, 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 or you're trying to laugh funnily, or you're going, hey, hey, and you're doing that sort of like fake horse sound. I'm not saying that Faouzia sounds like a horse, like at all, but that idea of the hey, hello, hello, hello. Okay, it's a little bit more refined than the horse sound, but it's that idea that you're allowing the larynx to really quickly rise and go back up, but go back down again. Let's have just a quick another look at what she's doing there, because you can really perfectly see her larynx there. Did you see that? Hello. She did a little flick with her larynx there. To practice that sound, you can go hey, hey, between those two notes. Hey, hello, hello, and do it, and just practice getting them a little bit faster. If you slow it down, it's hey, hey. You've got those three sounds in one beat. Hello, which is a quite common vocal technique in Arabic music. And you can really hear that kind of, that flip in her voice. Dream of love as time runs through my head. I dream of fire, these dreams are wars that'll never die. And in the flames, her shadows play in the shape of a man's desire. This desert flower, each of her veils a secret promise. This desert rose, no sweet perfume ever tortured me more than this. As as always, sounds absolutely stunning. She's really staying safe within that range where she sounds best. And that's what all singers need to do. Please stop singing outside of where it's like, where it sounds good in your voice, really good where it's being sung. And that's what we want. We want it to look comfortable. We want it to also be comfortable, to be honest, in pop music. I hear a lot of singers trying to write songs that are just way too high because they've got this perception that they like need to sing super duper high. Of course, anyone can train to sing at any part of the range, but there is a part of the voice where we would say it would sing the best. Sounds weird because we're doing singing anyway, but it's like where it sounds the richest, where it sort of sits and resonates and where it sounds really juicy. And that's where she's singing. So you might need to change the key of the song when you go to do your cover. Those really fast flips. There's a lot of semitones in there. So don't forget to check out my semitone exercise because this is a way that you can really be like, it's a bunch of scales. Yeah. I mean, the differences between Eastern music, Western music, Arabic music, it's all that we base our music on different scales and we have different rules. So if you go and learn those scales, you will be able to sing the songs a lot better.
Dream of rain, I dream of gardens in the deserts, and I wake in vain, I dream of love, the sun runs through my head, I dream of fire, these dreams are tied to a horse that'll never die, and in the flames, the shadows play in the shape of a man's desire. The stars of flower, each other
I was waiting for that.
secret promise. The stars are rose, no sweet perfume ever tortured me more than this. So
there right at the end, you heard that sort of glottal idea that I was talking about. And I really need to go and have a look at the words and, you know, go through them with a person who actually speaks Arabic, learn the pronunciation in order to be able to bring it across properly. I was just waiting for that moment where the song, you know, would actually like go another level higher. And then there it was. And that's actually not very high at all. But I want you to think about that it's a really straight tone. You're not pushing, you're not gripping in the tummy. I know I say that you speak on pitch a little bit. This one's a little bit as if the person's a bit further away from you. So rather than yell in your ears, I'll go a bit further away. Hey, you're over there. Are you okay? Yeah? And as if that person is a little bit further away from you, but you don't necessarily want to like scream in their faces, okay? And when you get that idea that they're a little bit further away from you, then you'll be able to sing it at that pitch. Well, then you start working on the exercises on pitch, and then you can start putting it into your song. Always practice your vocal technique on vowels first, because what can happen sometimes in the brain is it can go, whoa, focusing on too many things. And then just it all goes to shit. So think about doing the vowels first and then going ahead and singing your song. And there was that little bit of constriction again, just there. Okay, again, I'm not sure of the melody, but but any type of constriction exercises, you've got to be really careful, because if it starts to scratch or if you start to cough, stop immediately. It's really not about pushing, and she's not pushing. Look at her. She's like cool as a cucumber. So take it easy. You can think a little bit as if you're trying to make fun of the sound. I'm not telling you that you should make fun of her. But if you try and make fun of her in a sense of like imitating that sound, you'll probably get pretty close. Just don't try and do it very loudly. I wasn't ready for the end of that video. I should have maybe looked at where it was. Faouzia's a master. Someone did say, though, that she's a natural talent. I really take issue with this idea of natural talent. I do believe that singers do have natural capabilities. There are definitely natural singers out there, but we cannot forget that she's had a lot of practice. She's had many years of playing the violin and the guitar and the piano. Yeah, I mean, 3 instruments, hello. And she's also had a lot of practice. How long has she been on her YouTube channel? Let me know down in the comments, because I know that I've been following her for some years. This idea of natural talent really irks me sometimes, because it does away with all of the work that the performer has done. It kind of is just like they were born with it. So, maybe she's born with it. No, it wasn't a Maybelline moment. It was years of hard work, like years of hard practice and work. And maybe it hasn't been work in the sense of she's taking singing lessons, but she's been writing music, singing songs, playing her instruments, doing all sorts of things. And that is what has got her to the level that she's got at today, because she started when she was like 6 years old, I think she said in an interview. I actually forgot how old she is. Let me know in the comments how old she is. I promise you, talent only gets you so far. It is like hard yakka from there on out, and she's been working at her craft, and that woman deserves everything that she's got, because she is one hard working singer. I promise you, you can achieve anything in your singing if you just work hard at it. If you've enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button, because I bring out videos just like this one every single week. I can't wait to see you again next week. Ka kite anō.